Well, here I'm doing my walk around of my Scorpio Predator motorized bike. And I'll get in closer to show some of the features. Let me show you the features. Okay, well, pretty typical stuff here. We got the extra fuel bottle. We have the extra water bottle. Bike pump, of course, pretty self-explanatory. Okay, cushy seat, the one I've talked about. You don't think about it when you're riding. Of course, we got the Predator here. Go down here, this is what I'm using instead of the trucker bungee because it's hard. I got to get on my hands and knees to do it, and I have a hard time getting up. Okay. We go around. Typical. Here's not typical. Instead of a piece of wire, I used a link and a turnbuckle because I kept having to adjust the length of the wire while I was building it. And this here is I used little scraps of the square tube to lower it so the engine would sit level. And for this, before I got this welded, it would shift, so I put a turnbuckle, but it's that way you don't have to measure to get your holes in the right place either. Oh yeah, this part, when I made that, typical of making your own roller, except it turns out that the wire for the political signs that someone stuck in my yard without my permission happened to be the right size for the keyway. So I put 3 of them through the wood before I put it into the pipe. And works great. Okay, here's another support bar, adjustable with a hose clamp. And yeah, that's this side. Okay, up here, typical gas bike throttle and kill switch. One thing kind of different, I put a gas bike clutch lever so I can have parking brake. It activates my front brake. I run my bicycles like a motorcycle. I'm used to it. My scooters are all right-hand front brake, so yeah, I keep it all the same. And then I put this thing I found on Amazon. You can take it off. There's a little gray latch here, and take it right off and take it with you, kind of like a bag. I often put my rain jacket just under these straps. And let's see here. Oh yeah, the infamous recalled forks. What I did to fix those is down this part. I don't know the names of these parts. The part that goes, this part that goes into this part has a plastic liner that was worn. So your forks could do this, or worse, this. And I put a piece of aluminum tape on there and rubbed it really good with a rag. And let me tell you, I couldn't get some of it off that I put too much. So it seems to work, at least for a while. And it's pretty smooth. I don't see why it's going to wear in that fast. Anyways, so let's look at the cockpit here. Okay. Rear view mirror, that's pretty typical. I put new shifters, the Shimano's. That's supposed to be a speedometer, but when you put it on miles per hour, it keeps switching between kilometers and miles. It's a pain. I unplugged that part, and it's just my horn and a light. It's a good light. This is an old cell phone for maps. I hotspotted into my cell phone, and that's my first smartphone. I don't know how old it is, but that's as big as they were back then. But it makes a great speedometer, and it keeps track of stuff. You got A, B, and C trip, Great little app. It's what the heck's it called? HUD. HUD something for heads-up display. You can do that and lay it on your dashboard and get a heads-up display of your speedometer. And then we go over here again, typical Shimano cheapy shifter, works great. And the gas bike throttle. And let's see. Okay, I'll give you a look from the other side from a little distance. It was hard finding a place that was quiet enough to do this. I still hear some kids screaming, but that's okay. They're having fun. So this is what it looks like from the right side. And hey guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and keep the shiny side up.